Designed for organizations that need a streamlined and integrated approach to tracking, managing, and reducing both hazardous and non-hazardous waste, ARCHIBUS Waste Management helps process the information flow throughout the waste disposal cycle to minimize the risk of fines or potential litigation for improper procedures. It also provides defensible information to assess the effectiveness of waste reduction and recycling programs. With a $5,000 EPA fine per container without a listed accumulation date, with hundreds of thousands of dollars in potential fines for exceeding hazardous waste storage limits, with rigorous requirements surrounding each waste container and location, how easy is it to omit a date? How will you find out if you have problems in your hazardous waste stream? From the inspection fines, from the bad press in the newspaper, from an employee's personal injury lawyer? We have a better way. Compliance officers and hazardous waste managers are concerned with errors, omissions, and accidents. They face challenges like tracking thousands of dangerous substances in hundreds of accumulation containers across dozens of facilities, licensed transport contractors, and multiple specialized treatment and disposal facilities, all subject to a daunting volume of regulations and information. The ARCHIBUS Waste Management application rises to these challenges and makes the process easier while reducing risk. For example, whether looking at the whole world, countries, states, cities, or campuses, you can use the ARCHIBUS Waste Management application to survey waste-producing sites and storage locations according to quantity, storage status, and type of hazardous or non-hazardous waste within date ranges. Quickly identify potential problem areas and assess overall performance and status. For any location, you can drill in to see details for each waste category grouped by generator, transporter, or disposal facility, and more. Sometimes regularly scheduled waste pickups aren't sufficient, or maybe something was left behind. See at a glance any instances of hazardous waste that are near or in excess of permitted storage time limits and take corrective action. Waste emissions levels pose a unique set of challenges for compliance. Tracking and maintaining this data for one site alone via manual methods is tedious and prone to error. ARCHIBUS Waste Management lets you reduce risk of errors and administrative overhead by providing tools designed for the job. You can record waste discharges at all locations of your organization at any desired frequency. Web-based forms support self-service data entry and retrieval. When it comes to shipping your waste away from your site, more requirements apply. Labels for all hazardous waste containers, use of licensed transporters, prepare a manifest itemizing hazardous waste included for each shipment, track receipts of manifests for every shipment and any follow-up communication. One small oversight can carry heavy consequences. The ARCHIBUS Waste Management application saves time, reduces errors, ensures completeness, and limits liability. For example, it lets you automate production of frequently used critical documents like waste manifests and container labels populated directly from the database. Maintain clear records of all waste transporters' shipments, contact information, and certifications. Track manifest issuance, receipt, and follow-up contact efforts against deadlines. On a greener note, some organizations may be more concerned with landfill diversion and increasing recycling. ARCHIBUS Waste Management tracks non-hazardous waste too. Use ARCHIBUS to associate data for any category of waste with space inventories and organizational units to facilitate accountability for waste production. ARCHIBUS provides defensible data to indicate the effectiveness of waste reduction and recycling programs that, in turn, reduce carbon footprint values and increase LEED or other sustainability score eligibility. For example, reducing office landfill waste volume may be the most cost-effective means of reducing your carbon footprint. One study identified up to 67% of a typical government office building's waste as recyclable paper. Whether it can be recycled and actually is recycled is another matter. See how your waste output has been changing over time and examine ratios of production by waste types, waste profiles, buildings, or sites to compare against target levels. Unlike paper filing systems or spreadsheets, ARCHIBUS Waste Management scales from one site to an entire enterprise, reduces errors, omissions, and risk, and unlike standalone applications, ARCHIBUS integrates existing space and organization data improves accuracy by highlighting waste graphically on your facility map, and improves accountability by assigning responsibility for waste to organizational units. The ARCHIBUS waste management application supports organizations' needs by reducing risk, simplifying the waste management process, and providing increased visibility and organizational accountability for waste production. If you'd like to learn more or to request a demo, please visit archibus.com.